So with the recent events surrounding Dragon Ball Super thus far, I'm joined here today, guys, by JrzSaiyan as we have a little bit of a debate as to whether or not we agree or disagree on Hit entering the fight against Black. Now, before we get into this conversation, guys, a fair warning that this video will contain loads of spoilers, so if you guys don't want anything ruined for you, just in case some of you guys haven't caught up with Dragon Ball Super, simply tune off of the video right now. Also, keep in mind that this video is going to be purely based on speculation and theory, so don't get butthurt on the fact that we're bringing up certain things. Again, this is all just headcanon theory based, opinionated videos. So I want to ask you, Mr. JR, what are your overall thoughts on seeing Universe 6 be involved here? Because briefly before, I talked about Beerus having to be challenged by Black. We spoke about, several different outcomes happening with this Black character. Now, having to see what happened with future Trunks and Goku, having the outcome, fare off when after Goku pretty much beat Trunks down in his Super Saiyan 3 form, he asked him how he would fare up, and Trunks pretty much told Goku that Black was roughly around the same power, if not stronger. So that's judging based off of Goku's SSJ3 form. So if by some chance, if by some coincidence, right, both Goku and Vegeta get beat down and Beerus is not involved, at least during the early portions of this battle, do you see a possible outcome of having someone like Hit enter the frame to help out someone like Goku? Because the way I see it thus far, I think that both Goku and Hit have formulated somewhat of a friendship in a way, a mutual respect kind of thing going on, because we saw how they both pretty much went out of their way to eliminate each other. Goku just stepping out the ring, and Hit pretty much throwing the fight against Monaka. So I think that Hit owes it to Goku in a way, because he was the first person to pretty much bring out Hit's true potential, and he was able to further his power. So I wanted to ask you, can you see a possible outcome of having Hit versus Black, or do you think that the Universe 6 characters in terms of Kaba and Hit are in no way, shape, or form going to be involved in this matter?
As much as I would love to see Hit back, which I do, I don't think he's going to be in this arc in particular, unless this arc really goes above and beyond what we're seeing. If it's really a universal clash kind of arc, because I think wasn't that what Akira Toriyama had said in an interview? That this is supposed to be.
I mean, it's going to be affecting time and space, but you're saying that you don't see Hit being involved at all, right? So
I don't.
Well, technically, the next time we'll see him is at the Omni tournament, but you're saying as of right now, we're going to be keeping him sidelined. Why is that?
Because I don't even know where the hell they are, bro. I mean, right now they could be at home, munching out, watching some Hit porno or something. I don't even know, dude.
I really doubt he's doing that, but
he could be training for all. Well, he's an assassin right now. He could be in another universe assassinating other cockroaches.
Wait, but doesn't that give him all the reasons in the world to assassinate someone, especially if I guess you could say his friend in a way is in trouble? Because although it isn't really based off of friendship, Goku and Hit aren't really buddies here, but they do have a mutual respect for each other. And of course, if Hit wants to fight someone who can really give him a fight and give him a true challenge, I do believe that Black can be that person. But you're saying that it's not possible. I mean, just for me, yeah, we don't know where they are, which is kind of good, because that just builds up more lore to who they are and what they're doing. So yeah, Hit might be out there assassinating people or just doing all sorts of missions. Like who are we to say what's going on in the world of Universe 6? It's shadowed in just lots of mystery. But in my opinion, I do believe that this fight would actually allow someone like Hit to further his potential. And what I mean by that is, if someone like Black, hypothetically speaking, is able to beat down Goku and Vegeta, I do believe that the next best opponent for someone like Black would be someone like Hit, because
that's true.
Hit hasn't really demonstrated his true potential, only because we saw the Kaioshins talk about it during the Universal Tournament, when they brought up the fact that he was holding back, and the only reason why he was holding back was because there are rules within this tournament. You can't kill people. So if this is like an all clear green light kind of thing, and if Hit's allowed to fight someone like Black with no rules,
and it looks like Goku,
don't you think that would actually allow him to not only improve fighting someone stronger than Goku, but allow him to truly test his depth and power against someone who is possibly stronger than SSB Goku? Because again, even though we don't see Super Saiyan Blue utilized just yet against Black, presumably enough, we do make the assumption that he is either just as strong as Super Saiyan Blue or stronger. So you're saying that it's not gonna happen at all. But again, I ask you the question, why do you think that's not possible? Because in a way, Hit would kind of owe Goku that favor. So what are your overall thoughts on that?
All right, now that you explained the way you did, I would love it if Hit actually fought Black. The thing is, right now it's purely centered around us. You get me? Like our fighters, because of the whole the backstory of Future Trunks and all this happening in Future Trunks, and then looking like Goku. So all that is pretty much staying in the Z Fighter kind of circle. You get me? But if Hit was to show up and Goku and Vegeta get their asses whooped, and if Black is really that strong and Hit shows up, that you made perfect sense the way you explained it. It would be a pretty badass fight.
No, I mean, it would be a really good fight, and some people are saying, well, Hit doesn't have a reason to show up. Maybe, not unless, of course, his life is in jeopardy, because, keep in mind, Goku Black Goku has the Ring of Time, right?
Yeah.
So this little ring was allowing him to travel throughout time. I mean, as we saw, he traveled 16 years into the past where he encountered Goku and Trunks and everybody else. So this ring not only can allow you to travel back and forth throughout time, but maybe, you know, cross dimensions, cross universes. So maybe, you know, he does affect Universe 6 by going over there and, you know, causing some sort of havoc. Either that or, you know, whatever's happening in Universe 6 causes somewhat of a riptide effect to where it affects Universe, you know, 6, and Universe 6 is forced to step in like, yo, what's going on in Universe 7? Because whatever's going on here is affecting us. And I can definitely see someone like Champa and Vados appearing first before anybody else, until they, of course, encountered Black. And then I can definitely see someone like Beerus saying, hey, isn't that guy Hit like one of the strongest people inside of your universe? Why don't you bring him along so he can aid Goku and Vegeta? So I can definitely see Vados, you know, leaving and bringing someone like Hit there. I mean, Hit can be all confused as to what's going on, but then he sees Goku down, he sees Vegeta down. Primarily Goku, because that was like the only person that pushed him. So he sees Goku down and he's like, what happened? And Goku's like, listen, man, like, if there was ever a time where we needed your help, this is it, because that dude over there is like, he's extremely strong. He's even giving me a hard time. So I can definitely see Hit, you know, playing off to the effect where it's like he's not fighting for Goku, he's fighting because his own universe is being affected by what Black is doing here. So to the people who are saying and agreeing with you, saying that Hit's not gonna fight, if Hit doesn't fight Black at all, right, do you think that would be a missed opportunity, or do you think they should just leave it the way it is and just let Universe 6 return only during the Omniverse arc?
That's a good question, because I want Hit to be in the Omniverse tournament, right? That's when I want to see him next.
Right.
And you're asking, it would be a missed opportunity. It would be a missed opportunity for a hell of a fight, one of like great magnitude. But I do think that all this that's happening should still revolve around Trunks, and Trunks should be the savior of this arc somehow, some way. I do think this, because of everything Black has done to the future, to Bulma, to Mai. I just feel, you know what I mean? Like, he needs to get the vengeance, because that's fucked up, dude. I mean, well, everything that this guy's done in the future. So
I mean, I just feel as if the only reason why I think this is going to happen, and again, guys, this is just based on theory, is because if someone like Hit was being restrained from using all of his powers at the tournament, I think that if there was ever a time to really demonstrate to everyone how great of an assassin he is, going up against someone who is evil, going up against someone who just loves destruction would be a great matchup, because here you have someone who loves, you know, destruction, who craves anarchy, who is pretty much a very, very genocidal type character. He doesn't care about anyone. I mean, we saw during episode 49 where he was just blowing up cities and stuff. So this guy doesn't really care. But at the same time, Hit doesn't care either. He's an assassin. Who, like, what is an assassin? Someone who is hired to do a job for you in a way. So I can see Champa saying, you know what, hey, listen, take care of the problem and I'll give you some, like, rewards or whatever. So
yeah, true.
Either that, or maybe he pays Goku back for helping him improve during the tournament. So in my opinion, if Hit fights Black, I think that it'll really test someone like Black, because people are going to often say, well, Hit would unanimously win because he constantly improves. Yeah, that might be the case, but keep in mind as well, killing was restricted, so what if Black does also possess abilities to kill someone instantly as well? I mean, Goku likes to prolong fights. I mean, we saw that so many times. Nobody can refute that. We saw him prolong the Cell fight. He prolonged the Frieza fight because he felt bad for him. He prolonged the Boo fight because he wanted to see Gotenks have a chance and Vegeta have a chance and stuff. Goku prolongs things. He's not the type of person to, like, you know, literally put it to an end right then and there, which I believe that it gives someone like Hit all the reasons in the world to not only just quit, like, just put an end to, like, the prolonged sequence, but, like, literally just go all out from the start. So if Black fights Goku, in your opinion, who do you think would win between the two? Because you're saying that they're not going to fight, which I completely disagree with. I do think that at some point Hit will be involved. whether or not he senses that they're in trouble, whether or not that something affects him. I do think at some point he will be revealed, or at least, not revealed, but like at least show up to make his presence known. But if Black does indeed fight, Hit, both of them being at their max, both of them just having no rules, in your opinion at least, which fighter do you see coming out on top?
I would see Hit coming out on top between Black and Hit. Although we have not seen Black's full power, I guess the circumstances that our universes have the difference. You know what I mean? Because I would like to think that the future is weaker because of the whole fact that our current timeline is way stronger than what the future is. You get me? So that I mean, you get the first thing you think of is like, oh well, our guys are stronger than what Trunks is, and then Black's over there fighting with Trunks. So that's the first thing everyone thinks of. And then in our universe, we have Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10 or whatever against Hit, and Hit's still improving. You get me? So I would think, and the fact that Hit can still improve more.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no argument against that. But if you go back and you look at the preview, when Black was fighting Super Saiyan 2 Goku, he wasn't trying. It was clearly stated that he wasn't trying. Yep. And we saw what Super Saiyan 1 was able to do against, the Universe 6 characters. And we saw what base form Goku was able to do against Final Form Frieza, which says a lot. But if for someone to be in their base form combating someone else who is in a Super Saiyan 2 form in one of their primary stages, because Goku has improved tremendously. He's not weak at all. I mean, anybody out there who says Goku's weak is a fool. Goku's really strong. Oh, yeah. But for him to combat someone in his SSJ2 form and still have a hard time. I mean, granted, SSJ2 may not mean much, not unless, of course, this was a different outcome, not unless, of course, this was Super Saiyan Blue, Goku versus base form Black, and Black was still, putting his ass on the line in here and still beating Goku's butt. That'd be completely different, but I think that in a situation to where Black doesn't really truly care about someone else aside from Trunks, because if you pay attention, I mean, he's really after Trunks, bro. Like, he's been chasing this kid.
Bro.
I don't know what Trunks did, bro, but whatever it is that he did to Black Goku was just, I mean, this dude is tearing up time to find him. So whatever it is that Trunks has that Black is after, I mean, obviously he's after him for a reason. He's not just after him for shits and giggles. I mean, he clearly went back in time to find this kid. So maybe it's like a blood-hungry thing, like a bloodlustful kind of thing. Like he just wants to finish off the final Saiyan within that current timeline in the future. We don't know. But I think in the situation, if the situation presented itself where Hit fought someone like Black, I do agree with you. I think that Hit would most likely improve. But having to see what Super Saiyan Blue Goku did during the early portions of him versus Hit, Goku had the upper hand until Hit improved.
Yep.
What makes you think that Black is going to allow someone like Hit to get the upper hand? Not unless, of course, he doesn't realize what's going on. But if Black finds out that Hit gradually improves with his Toki Tobashi, with the ability to time skip even further, if Black realizes that Hit also improves just as much as he does, because Trunks said that Black also has improved every single time he fought Trunks in the future, what makes you think Black is going to allow that to happen? What makes you think that Black is going to just let Hit gradually improve? So,
you're right.
In this particular scenario, I think that Hit would definitely have the upper hand and the advantage, given the circumstance that he has two things that he can actually use to his disposal. But I think towards the very end, if Black also has another transformation, I think the fight would lean more towards Black, because if, of course, he allows Hit to further his abilities, that'll mean the end for Black. But if Black figures out what Hit's doing and gradually just like messes with him and just like beats him down into the ground before he has the opportunity to improve, then I think Hit's in trouble. But realistically speaking, so at the very end, at the end of the day, you're saying that you don't see Universe 6, aside from probably Champa and Vados being involved, you don't see Kaba being in this scenario, you don't see Hit being in this scenario at all? Like, you don't see them showing up at all?
I don't know how they would show up, you get me? It's just, I don't know, it'd be random. For me, it would be random if they showed up, which is good. It would be a surprise if they did show up. So that's how I have it in my mind. Like, it'd be super random. Like, oh shit, Hit's here, or oh crap, Kaba's here. I don't know what Kaba would do, but maybe he got stronger.
But then again, Kaba wouldn't really do much. But again, he looks at Vegeta as like his teacher, so that's his teacher in a way.
Yeah.
So he respects him a lot. So we have mutual respect on both ends. We have mutual respect that Hit has for Goku. We have mutual respect that Kaba has to Vegeta, and which is understandable for them to show up and kind of like aid them during this fight. Because keep in mind, again, as you said earlier, Akira Toriyama brought up the fact that they are, you know, this fight, this grand battle is gonna transcend time and space and universes and stuff. So it's even going to involve Zeno, Zeno or Zeno, like whatever you want to call him. He's going to be involved as well. The Omni King is going to be involved. I really doubt that he's going to fight. I really doubt that a lot. I can't see Zeno fighting at all, just because I think that he has, you know, like no reason to. I mean, even though it, you know, like whatever Black does is corrupting the timelines, and as you said earlier, with the butterfly effect, you know, traveling back and forth throughout time, it fucks a lot of things up. But I don't really see, you know, the Omni King being the one to put an end to this. I do think that it's going to come down to one of our characters, whether that's Hit or Goku or Vegeta or Beerus or Champa or Whis or Varus. We don't really know. But any final words before we go to the people that are agreeing with you that, you know, Hit's not going to show up during this arc to help our fighters?
Yes. Even though I'm not totally agreeing with him, what he's saying does make sense, and it would be a crazy, awesome scenario, guys. Even though you don't agree with someone, make sure to not be so narrow-minded. Keep an open mind, because the creativity and all the theories and all that. Remember, it's theories, but it does make it fun. You don't want to just be watching, you know, Dragon Ball Super like a cardboard box. You want to go out of the box. You want to, you know, think outside the box and just imagine what could happen. And even if you do that, you'll get even more surprised, because you won't even notice what happened, like the next episode. It'll be something that you didn't think would happen. You get me?
I still stand on the fact that I do think that they're going to be involved. I get what you're saying as to, like, you know, him not having a reason, or how are they going to get there in the first place, or maybe more or less like if they're even going to transcend to Universe 6. Maybe this just might affect past and present and future timelines rather than other universes. But leave your thoughts down below, guys. Do you guys believe that Hit is going to fight Black? Because I do. Some of you guys may not, and I want to know why. But for the people that do have their own theories as to how Hit can show up, leave them down below, because JR said that, you know, he can't really see him entering this fight because there's no way of him getting there, which is true, because there is no way of Hit getting to Universe 7 without that cubicle that Champa and Varus used. But if you guys have any theories of your own, drop them down below. Again, guys, thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed, if you guys cannot wait for Dragon Ball Super episode 50 this week, punch that like button right in the face. Leave your thoughts down below, guys. Make sure you guys also check out JrzSaiyan down in the description below. Subscribe to him before he goes back into the future. I still stand on the fact that what was that?
That was funny.
I'm gonna send your ass to the future, bro. With your fucking. I don't see how you think that Hit's not gonna show up. I mean, I just think that, again, this is a mutual respect kind of thing. He was never tested. If there was ever a time for him to test someone, you know, this would be it. Granted, even though killing abilities would be cool, because I really want to know, like, what kind of techniques, like what kind of, like, striking abilities or, you know, key abilities he has that can put a person down. I mean, we saw how he was striking Vegeta. He was hitting all of his vital points and stuff. Like, he pretty much beat him down, which was kind of scary. So I want to know if those vital points apply to someone like Black as well, because despite, you know, Hit's technique, it may not work against Black. So comment down below and let us know, guys. Once again, thank you all for watching. Tune in for the next video, and we'll be seeing you all later. Take it easy, guys. Peace.